It's probably not a good idea to clean out your joint bank account with your spouse at the beginning of your divorce case. You know, California has community protection laws that protect people in this situation. This is a very common question that I often get. Jennifer from Laguna Niguel writes, "My husband is an asshole and is threatening me to leave me with nothing. I'm scared and worried how I will be financially. What would happen if I cleaned out the joint account?" Scared and confused Jennifer. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to explain what California community property law is all about and why this is probably not a good idea to do. My name is Gerald Maggio, founder of California Divorce Mediators, where we offer a more amicable and much more cost-effective way to get divorced. And believe it or not, I get questions like this from people all over California. So I'm going to first explain what California community property is. That means whatever assets you have, including joint bank accounts, is community property. You both have an equal interest in those accounts. California is an equal property state, which means you both have an equal interest in these assets. You both own half of what's ever in joint bank accounts, investment accounts, retirement accounts, you name it. So regardless of how much is in a bank account, that's still community property. You each own half of that money. This means you shouldn't be cleaning out a bank account of all the money on that because half of that money is your spouse's money. And if you were to do that, you may be facing a motion or other legal action by your spouse seeking to get that money back, and for which you could be responsible to have to pay for sanctions, which is something you don't want to do. You want to avoid that at all costs. That doesn't make your case any better. It makes it worse, and it makes you look unreasonable. So it's important to remember that California is a no-fault divorce state. So it doesn't matter if your husband or wife was cheating on you and then you think you can go clean out the bank account as punishment or retaliation. That doesn't make any difference. It's not going to help your case. It's going to make you look worse, and it's going to make the situation much worse. So when I come across a situation like this, what I usually advise is that parties not withdraw and clean out bank accounts. We work out a resolution here that's a fair and global settlement, meaning we're resolving all issues before anybody starts withdrawing any money. We want to make sure we have a complete agreement that says this is what one spouse gets, this is what the other spouse gets, so that nobody's getting taken advantage of, getting more money that they're entitled to, and so on. So because California is a community property state and everything that the parties have is equally divided, this is really the only way to fairly work out a resolution that is within the guidelines of the law. So I've had cases where the wife or the husband has cleaned out all bank accounts, taken off, and then left the other spouse having to, number one, file for divorce, number two, seek motions to get that money back, and three, seek monetary sanctions against the other spouse, which almost always the court grants, and that costs the other spouse a lot of money. And there's laws that say if you hide money after you've withdrawn it and you don't disclose that, you could be responsible to have to pay 100% of those monies back to the other spouse, as well as sanctions. That doesn't help your case. Something you definitely want to avoid doing. Look, I know divorce is emotional, and dealing with division of financial assets, bank accounts, investment accounts is a tough thing to have to deal with. But you just simply don't want to do something like cleaning out bank accounts or other accounts, because it's not going to help your case. It's going to make you look worse in the process. You're not going to fare well in the court system under the circumstances. So if you're at the beginning of a divorce case and you're looking for an amicable and more reasonable and cost-effective way to get divorced, feel free to check out our website and check out our YouTube channel for more helpful information about divorce and family law issues. We look forward to hearing from you soon.